how many meals you should eat per day really depends on what is it that you do in the day, so you have to first work at understanding your daily routine. Like when people come and sign up for programs with us, they often ask me, will you need a blood test, will you be taking our measurements? And we say, no, we don't need a blood test, and we also don't need your measurements, but what we do need is a daily diet recall sheet. We spend a whole lot of time understanding what is it that people are doing on a daily basis, how does that change over weekends and holidays, and only then we work at coming up with a plan that will just fit into their routine both on a weekday and over a weekend. So that's what you should be doing. So typically for people, if you're having a regular 9 to 5 kind of a job, which is never 9 to 5, it's more like 9 to 9, then you will need at least 5 to 6 meals, because you have to be nutritionally equipped to deal with the work that you're doing. Same thing goes for students, because otherwise what we do is that we feel that I'm eating only 2 square meals, but then we'll end up smoking or having a cigarette or having excessive amounts of chai or coffee, or losing our temper, or raiding the fridge in the midnight and eating all the chocolates and ice creams and God knows what. So if you want to build a sustainable diet for yourself, you have to spend some time studying how much time, what all do you do in the day, when are you most hungry, what kind of meals do you overeat, and then come up with strategies that help. So I have 3 easy strategies. Number 1, never leave your home without eating a breakfast, and always make sure that it's a freshly cooked breakfast, nothing that comes out of a packet first thing in the morning. So poha, upma, idli, dosa, paratha, any of those things is fine. The second thing is that with your lunch, always have some ghee or a peanut or a til chutney, so that you don't go through that afternoon slump and you're able to sustain your work intensity and brilliance even in the later part of the afternoon and evening. And the third thing is that ensure that you're eating something wholesome between 4 and 6 in the evening. So either carry an extra chapati for yourself at lunch, and if that's not possible, just eat a banana, because a banana is like a complete meal that will prevent you from overeating for dinner. And if you've not overeaten for dinner, you'll sleep well. If you've slept well, you'll wake up fresh. If you wake up fresh, then you can actually utilize that money that you paid for your gym membership. So just these 3 things, and I think it will really change your waistline. For all those of you who cannot manage to eat dinner by 7, because most of us can't, the trick is to eat something wholesome between 4 and 6. And if you're a large company who has many employees, then ensure that there are options of dal, chawal, khichdi, dahi rice that are available at that time, so that people can eat good food. Otherwise, I really think that companies need to make genuine investments in the employees' health, because on the one hand you're giving them insurance cover, and on the other hand you're doing everything that you can to turn them into unhealthy adults. I mean, for most people, the minute they sign up, and especially in the field of media, within the very first year of their work, they have gained at least 5 kilos. So surely you are doing something wrong, and that wrong is that you're not giving them anything good to eat between 4 to 7 p.m. So have better options available, and not just bhel puri and samosa and vada pav and the likes. That's okay to do once in a while, but if you're working in a large company where the canteen is serving all of these things, don't eat these kind of things at the canteen. Go outside and eat it where it's been cooked fresh. Eat it with your group of friends and family. Have a great time doing it. Don't just stuff your stomach because you're stressed with the work that you're doing. The number 1 thing that Mumbai needs to do is that we all should acknowledge that the Mumbai bai, all of us women, we are all working women. So now what we really need in the Mumbai Manus is a Manus who can come into the kitchen and cook. And once that happens, I think what will happen is that overall as families, we will start keeping very good health, a slimmer waistline and a nicer, more toned butt and a toned body overall. So number 1 thing is that all Mumbai men who are listening to this, learn to cook, and learn to cook stuff like dal chawal, khichdi, roti sabzi, the stuff that we would like to eat on a daily basis. Secondly, as Mumbaikars, what we must do is that patronize local food, so that we are having lesser and lesser intake of chemicals, fertilizers, pesticides in our body. That way we won't have sicknesses just because the season has changed. We won't have illnesses and allergies or what is it called, resistance to medicines because we are just eating so much chemicals and fertilizers and stuff like that. So I would think that when we wake up, it should be the banana, either the elaichi banana or the green banana. And just like the way we pushed green banana out of the market, if we go and ask our fruit wala for green banana all the time, it will come back into the market. So start your day with a banana, if not a banana, at least handful of nuts. Then you can for breakfast have poha, upma, idli, dosa, anything. They take hardly 10 or 15 minutes to cook. If you don't find the time for that, even anda and pav is a very good meal to have, but the full anda please, not just the white. Then once you're in your office, you can have a nariyal pani or a nimbu pani or something instead of just going and starting your office life with a chai or coffee. For lunch, roti, sabzi, dal or dal, rice, any one of these is a good option. A little bit of homemade achar is also good because it will ensure that you have good B12 levels and steady levels of energy. In the afternoon, you could have something like a handful of peanuts. If you're very hungry later by 6 or 6:30, you can even have the famous Mumbai sandwich, which every 5-star tries to make across India and fails, but we make a good one. And in the night, you can just have something like varan bhat, dal, rice, khichdi, one of those items. Easy to make, inexpensive, not very costly, and great for the body also, something which will give you weight loss.
From breaking news, detailed analysis, in-depth interviews and explainers, follow the Times of India. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like our videos and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the latest.